Hey everybody, this is Peter Palmiotti of Art Studio, and here I am once again working on retro. But wait, what's this? So this is a piece I'm working on for Eddie Van Halen tribute. R.I.P. Eddie. Uh, Grew up listening to Eddie, and big fan of his work. If you if you know what retro looks like at this point, notice that long hair, the long locks. That's definitely Eddie Van Halen was one of those dudes that inspired my character. So yeah, this is going to. This is about I'm penciling. I'll start inking it. I'm not a letterer, but I figured I'd write his name. Most of this is going to be black, and these little circles are going to be lights. Um, and maybe I'll do some textural black, maybe not over the whole piece, but here and there. Um, yeah, just gonna add the strings in there. And there's a sort of pattern to this particular guitar. Um, Not sure if I'm gonna do a halo around him. Because his hair is mostly dark. So I'll probably attempt it with a halo first and see how it looks. Um, I never, I won't say I never, but I sort of work out a piece as I go. A lot of times, especially like if it's my own art, um, because I'm not super tight pencils. Um, it's more of a guessing game if it's going to look super awesome one way or the other. I'll call ink on me. Um, but yeah, I'll work on that a little more tomorrow. Oh, I did want to. Okay, well, put that over there. Drop that. Did mention this yesterday, and I haven't opened it. So, yeah, let's see. I guess this is safe. So I got a package in the mail. Blah blah blah. And it says El Merito de Letter Express. That's awesome. Too bad I can't keep that. I want that sticker. Might have to cut that out. So, if you don't know who that is, that's my good friend Javier Hernandez. And see if there's anything incriminating. Oh my goodness, there's so much in here. What the heck? Alright. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright. I might as well move that out of the way. El Merito Casa del Diablo. XL Deluxe Preview Edition. Okay, I guess I should do that for that. Or there. Okay, this is just a backing board. What's in here? What's in here? Stuff. Okay, that's all that's in the package. I wonder if I'm getting any work done tonight. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I promise. I promise. So what do we got? We got a button. The cover image. That's awesome. We got. Oh, this is fun. Los Comics, 12 cent, number 2. That's sweet. I like that. Oh, and come on, come on, come on. Boop, 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 boop. This feels like a sticker. I love stickers. And El Muerto, the Aztec zombie. And this is just trading cards, giant trading cards. That's another image. Oh, I like that one. Hey, wait, this is stuck. That one's really cool. Like the image behind the couple. Stabbing him in the chest. Oh. Zombie. Looks like a zombie Moon Knight holding El Muerto. It's not, but I think that's Diablo. That's a good shot. Like Javier's character. I might have to do fan art for him one day. Okay, so there's those extras. And bam. Did I order all this? Okay, more backing board. So this is En Diablo. Signed by Javier, so I could sell it on eBay for millions. Ugh, freaky. Bro. That's wild. Alright, I'm not gonna show it all off, but oh man, this is like this is art book. Also like a kind of history. Man. Kevin Dooley. It's my Aquaman editor. It's funny. I'm sure I'm in here somewhere. There's another Peter. Boop, 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 boop. Anyway, Rob's signature. See if I know some names. Ken Moore. Jersey Drills is number 1. What the? Hey. Javier Flores. George Garza. A lot of Stan Yen. 5 Meats Comics. I don't know them. Anyway, lots of people supported the book. And zap. Is this the book? Jesus. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's like the story and extras. All right. You go there. All right, so this is very cool. And then we have this extra deluxe preview. You sign the inside too. Day of the Des. Some other books. Oh man. It reminds me of not only the Hernandez brothers, his work, and a little bit Paul Hope. It's very simple and straightforward at the same time, very layered. This is gonna be fun. Little Frank Miller shadows going on. Yeah, this is a meaty to be concluded. So, okay, so that's the story. Does that mean all this is extra bonus material? Let's make comics the Los Comics way. Oh, awesome. So his process is so good. Follow his work online. La Casa del Diablo. This is awesome. What a meaty book. Jeez Louise. Javier. All right. Enough of that. Let's get to work. What's up, Crimson Owl Comics? Just checking out Javier's book that I got in the mail the other day. It was very cool. Alright. I think I need a new, I usually scrape my point with my X-Acto blade. I think I need a new X-Acto blade point. But that's fine. I'll make do. So, awesome. So the point of this all, and man, I got a little bit of everything to do. I gotta refresh my ink. It's running low. So yeah, I was thinking of doing this a little earlier, but I had a few things come up. One of my cats went out 2 nights ago. Yeah, went out 2 nights ago, and he didn't come back right away, or eventually, or I was looking out for him today and then tonight, and I was like, where is this guy? Yeah, usually they go out for a little bit, hang out for a couple hours maybe, and then come back. There's plenty for them to run around in my front yard and my backyard. But he was gone over 24 hours, and I was starting to get a little worried. That's my gray and white one. If you've seen the cover to the last episode, I had a shot of all of them, and he's the one in the leaves, I believe. That shot. Anyway, so sort of walking up and down my block, calling out, making my noises that they recognize, and usually come running to. Had a couple of my other cats out in case they spotted him, but to no avail. Then wanted to talk with my friend Marshall, specifically to just catch up a little bit and touch base on retro because I'm making a commitment to stream going forward until this issue is fully inked. That's sort of like my sentence until I get this book done. It's too easy to get off track, not having a boss per se. I am the boss, and I'm more about quality control and doing the book perfectly the way I want to get it done. I also have to crack the whip on myself and make sure that I put in the time. So this episode is put in the time. Well, gotta put in the time, gotta put in the work. And so it turns out Marshall said, okay, 10 minutes, we'll talk, and I'm talking to another friend of mine. We'll chat together. But turns out he forgot he had a stream, so I wound up sort of watching his stream while I took care of some stuff and occasionally stepped outside. Let's see if I saw my cat. So the gray and white one is Pop, and his Marshall stream finished. Then we talked for a bit and caught up, and we're on the same page at the moment. And I really got to get some of these pages done, but I gotta work on my printer this weekend. I gotta put in a driver, and that means I need the printer scanner key. So that's among the rubble of all my paperwork. So I got to find that and then put in a driver and make sure it's all set up. Because I could scan right now, but I can't control the value of it. So that's not good. I want to be able to say I want this at 600 dpi or 1200 dpi or whatever, and control the image that does get scanned. And you can, in a driver program, you can make it lighter, darker, or whatever your preferences are. And I want to make sure to give them the crispest, creamiest scan possible. And so I got to get that done. But I also have to bring in some money, which is, once I finish the Eddie Van Halen piece, I'm going to offer that up for sale. But if you're friends with me on Facebook, I did a friends only stream earlier today on Facebook, and that was showing off artwork from a book I worked on, Detective Dead versus Bigfoot Bill. Many people probably don't know Detective Dead, but that's from the creator Creus. I did inked a story for him, and that I believe is an extra, like, bonus short story that would be part of I believe it's Detective Dead Crimson Moon crowdfunder on Indiegogo. He did a while back. Anyway, I talk about it in the video a little bit. And I have those 15 pages because the pencils were digital. I got files and I print them out on Blue Line and inked over that, so all the pages are mine to sell. And I really loved what I did, and really want to have as good a holiday this upcoming Christmas, as well as some of the money will probably go to Thanksgiving. Probably not getting out of town. We'll just do both with friends. Um, but it's been a trying year, and I want to end it on a high note. Not only to get retro done, um, not only hopefully to start on the novel I'm going to be writing, but to just I really didn't celebrate my birthday this past April, this past year. And yeah, so I think now is the time to make up for that. Christmas is more holiday I enjoy. Definitely, and it doesn't have to be about buying everybody stupid money costing gifts or anything, but just having a good meal and hang out with friends and probably talk to a bunch of people via what have you, Skype or whatever. Connect with old friends, connect with new friends, stream if I'm up to it. Oh man, I really gotta get more ink. But yeah, so if you are a friend of mine on Facebook, you can go check it out. I made it friend exclusive. So if you're not a friend of me on there, then sorry. I do have 5,000 close personal friends on Facebook. It's true. It's true. Crimson Owl Comics says, "Good for you." Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited about a lot of things, and none of it's going to go well if I don't get on top of my stuff. But yeah, had a really good conversation with Marshall, and it's like I also want to help him. Like he's helping me with retro, and I want to help him move forward on what he wants to do. And that's what we do for each other. I like these simple little. I'm sorry if I. Let's see. You can't really see too well, but it's a pool hall bar. It's a bunch of little figures. For the most part, nondescript. And so I'm going to sure I get in, get these guys. Just uh, want to make them look good. So yeah, the overall goal is to get this book done this year and out into. There was that pledge to my Kickstarter last year. Be a great relief for myself, and hopefully, I want each and every one to love it. So I'm putting everything I got into it, and this will be my official first comic. So obviously, I want it to do really well, and people will like it. What's that? Okay, I got you. I got you. What's the other part of the poll? Of course. So yeah, I want to, obviously, I would love to get a lot more done. And if I wasn't so busy with other paying gigs, I would be able to. But as it is, even with a couple of paying gigs, I'm not making nothing. And so that's why like I'm posting video this morning about pages I have up for sale. If I could sell even a couple of them, I'd pay for a lot. um, all the Detective Dead pages are mine, but the other stuff I'm sharing with other artists. But it still help, definitely. I gotta clean up my studio, and I gotta work on things and stuff. All right, cool. But yeah, just gotta putting in time. So I do have a bunch of people that want to hang out with me and do like streams together. I think I held off specifically today because I got to talk to somebody tomorrow about doing a weekend online event. Although what they showed me was a calendar that was booked from um, like 9 a.m. to midnight. So I have no clue where they're going to fit me in if they really, really, really want me. Something that came to me via LinkedIn. Oh, we got a whole bunch of people here. So let me catch up on chat. I had to work 12 hours at the day job. I couldn't check out Facebook. Oh, okay. Well, it's there and will continue to be there. Stench. Yeah, bastard. I mean, welcome. Hope that workday didn't eat your energy completely. Feels like I've shadowed Peter all day. First Indie Vault, then watch the stream, and now this. There you go. Yeah, I've been a lot of different places today, I guess. Every once in a while, I have those days where I check out what people are up to live, and I guess she caught me. Abe Sapien, hey all, hey Peter. Sorry, I'm MIA. Oh, no problem. I'm a little bit MIA too. Yeah, we started that Fogtober, the Fog Breaker Open, and I had to drop it until I can get back to it, which I do plan to because I'm like already invested in the story. It's just a matter of time to which I have limited time of at the moment. Man, these are some teeny tiny pencils. All right, but good to see everybody here. I sort of just did this blindly because I wanted to get on here and put in some work before spending a little time with my cats because I've been ignoring them today while I was working. Well, I spent a little time with them, but now they're all indoors, all back home. And even my missing cat, which replay the early part I was talking about. But it's all good. It's all good now. And Crimson says, "Hey, Abe. Stinch, I'm saving the Fogbreaker stuff because I raced through those too quickly for my liking." Yeah, yeah. There's a bunch of different people doing it, and for the most part, what I've seen other people doing is just a one-page comic, and those are you could pretty much read quickly. So, but a lot of dynamite stuff. Um, I've been, I've only did what 5 days, Abe? I forget. Um, and I wrote script. It's not fully fleshed out script. It's kind of a little bit like partially written out, partially just indication of. Well, I guess it's written out, but I am imagining it as comic book pages or something. I don't know. I guess I'm a little confused about exactly what I'm doing, but I'm just writing a story essentially, and eventually we'll put it into some digital format. Probably after I sit down with it and do some rewrites on it. But I like how it's been going thus far. So if you can see this panel I'm working on, it's not very clear, but it reminds me of uh like very Frank Miller Daredevil, which is perfect because this sort of character I created specifically for this scene is my sort of take on Turk from Daredevil, and I really love Turk, and I wanted to have a goofball criminal or a second-rate criminal that shows up every once in a while. Um, there's more purpose to him than like with Turk. Turk just like every time you see him, he's like just getting into more trouble without any real changes in his life. So my Turk is, I forget what I call him, but a little bit like that. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, I was saying earlier, like, I just really need to stream every day until I get this first issue inked. And, that may not mean like I ink it all in my streams. I'm going to try to see if I could find some time throughout my day, like, so I can get some inks done. So it's not all being streamed, because I just want to get this book done so I can move on to the rest of the process of getting it done. Then I'll figure out what to stream next on my channel. Something also that will be of my creation. Not going to be working on other people's projects on my channel. So it's so funny. He's got one tiny leg and one big leg. Chalk that up to that's actually how he looks. That's funny. All right. And Abe says, yeah, 5 days so far. That means I already have 10 days to make up on. I'll get there. Aaron Guzman is making salad material for the Five Breaker, to be honest. Yes, he is. And he's working with Jason. So, do you have performance issues inking while on camera like this? Peter Retro Palmiotti. No. I mean, like if it makes you slower. No, I'm already, I consider myself a slow inker. There is a bit of distraction while streaming and talking with people and all that. So naturally, most people would be slower, but all right, what's he doing? It looks like he has two, like an arm and a leg on the table. That's his arm. Okay. I don't get how it's attached, but, um, but no, I, I, I don't, but that's like, I get, um, nervous, but not incredibly so, about being places at a certain time. Like back in the day before comic stuff, I used to have a day job. Well, different places I worked, but and everywhere I worked was showing up the same exact time, so it was like built into my core that, okay, it's 7:30. If I'm going to make it into the city and make it to work, I got to leave now. Um, but my eternal clock, I would be up at 5:30 and take a shower and have breakfast and all that jazz, and so it was kind of natural. But like so many more things now are just happening at random times that I'm worried about not being in the right place at the right time. But it's a little thing. It's more like I'm OCD about it than anything else, but rather than nervous. But performance on camera, no. It's like I wish I had a better setup where you could see clear exactly what I'm doing, but no, because I've been doing this specific run. This is episode 56. So 56 times I've been getting on here and chatting either by myself or with a guest who shows up and getting work done. You know, for the nittier grittier stuff where I have to pay more attention, I'll try to do more of that off camera. But I mean, I could pretty much do it all on camera. But I just want to fly through some of this, and that requires more attention than streaming and working provides. But so to answer your question, whatever I just said. And Abe's talking to Ronnie. And Ronnie's talking to Abe. But yeah, thanks again for everybody showing up. Yeah, it seems like I get a couple more people that are talking in the chat. Thank you, everybody. Always appreciate it. I almost named this episode something like "You Encourage Me" or something like that, because there's nothing more fun than having friends show up in the chat while I'm working. Frankly, I worked at a bunch of studios, and that's essentially what working in a studio is like, where you're working, but you're also chatting with friends and being productive. So it's a great thing. I really got to do more of this. I think in some ways my next issue is going to be easier. Let's see, is it a high back chair? I guess. Or no, depending on what I choose. I choose no. Next issue, I'll be penciling myself and penciling and inking. And, I'm not sure, I'll know more when I get there. And that's still a long ways off. I probably won't be able to start until, March, April next year, maybe. But in some ways it would be easier because then, like penciling it, even if it's not super tight, and then inking, it's really, I'm not under anybody else's sort of vision of what it should be looking like. I'm trying to keep this a little close to what Rich provided. Although, initially I had a sort of image flair to my inks, and now I'm not nearly being as precious. But it'll still look good. I said it before. I took way longer on the initial pages than perhaps I should have, but they are gorgeous. All right, so those guys don't really have faces. So let's fake it a little. I fake in faces. Kind of look like I don't know what had faceless enemies. Spy Kids or something. Some weird villains they had. All right, there's a semblance of a person's face. Boom, boom, boom. Man, so right before here, well, actually, right before I talked with Marshall earlier, I had dinner. Seems like a long time ago now. Um, so I'm already hungry again. So who's going to make me a second dinner? Guess I've been busy today. I worked up an appetite. Oh, let's see. What news did I hear? A lot of trailers dropped today, and I can't remember a single one now. Um, if you know me, you know I'm a movie buff. I guess I watch stuff and then forget it because, with the current reality, lots of stuff is getting pushed back, even though some stuff is coming out, mostly Netflix and shows on streaming. Big love to Peter. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, I did hear that they supposedly haven't picked the next James Bond, which for a second there I thought it was Tom Hardy. But we probably won't hear until next year who it's going to be. I would love for it to be Tom Hardy. I know Idris Elba's name was thrown around. That's probably a long shot right now, but I would love for him to be it. Um, and there's lots of respectable actors who could play the part. Frankly, um, Daniel Craig did an outstanding job, but it's also the writing and direction. There's the second movie um, that he in his run that he did wasn't as strong, but there's I forget what it was. It was not a writer's strike at the time, but something, some real reason. I guess you could look it up, which affected. I think maybe it was a writing strike of some sort, um, which I think I heard Daniel Craig and somebody else had to go in and just like finish out the script, and they pretty much filmed from that. And it really wasn't their fault. It was just timing. They wanted, just to work on the movie and get it out, and you know, events in real life conspired against it being one of the better movies. But definitely the first one is excellent. My personal favorite, I think, is Skyfall. Although enjoyed most of the other ones, or I guess this is his fifth. So 3 out of the 4 ain't bad thus far. Oh, I know what I saw. Monster Hunter. Mila Jovovich is in the military or some sort, and they come across markings. Um, get teleported somewhere else, and fight these big ass creatures. It looks like a lot of fun. It's either trailers that wasn't good, or you get that early onset dementia. Hope it of us. Yeah, Quantum of Solace was completed in a rush before the 0708 writer strike. That's right. Yeah, yeah. It was a rush job, and it showed. It was just a mess. So yeah, Monster Hunter looks like fun. Looks like amalgamation of a lot of things I like combined into one film. I like Mila. Um, and the Ron Howard movie looks touching and moving. I think it's Glenn Close and Amy Irving. No, Amy. I forget. But you could look it up. Um, I just love movies and whatnots. Boom, boom, boom. What is this? He's got. It doesn't matter. It's like the figure work is so strong, so small in this. Like you can just don't make it look silly. There's a skill to doing little nondescript figures. Man, the detail in this is really tight. Uh, all right, that should do. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. Let's see. Since it got spec scripted post strike, yeah, and Daniel Craig and maybe the director finished the script, something like that. Then you mentioned it, and you are correct. Hillbilly Eulogy looks like a very good drama. I was actually surprised to see those, and I don't know. I don't know if I saw the other one. There's maybe another trailer out of something, but I was like, geez, it's like movies get pushed back months and years thus far this year, and meanwhile there is still new entertainment coming out on Netflix, on Amazon Prime, and Soul. There's the second Soul trailer. um, which started watching the last Pixar movie. Haven't finished it yet. I think I only got into a third of it thus far. I have a bad habit of starting stuff and watching the end of it later. I finally freaking seen that I guess movie that was nominated for Best Picture last year, which was Parasite. It's a Korean flick. Um, I watched the first half with a friend, and then I don't know how to go home and get some work done or something. And said, okay, I'll watch the rest of it later. And later is I don't know how many. It feels like months ago I watched the first half of it. Anyway, that was a crazy movie. Um, got even crazier than I thought it would. It's instead of a it's about the different, the rich and the poor, and how some poor people go to great lengths in wacky ways. So, what is everybody in the chat working on? Are you working with me? Because that should be my motto here. As long as you hang out and working with me, then we're all being productive, and that's a good thing. Also recommend the Hillbilly by Eric Powell. Um, I definitely seen a lot of the cover work to Hillbilly the comic. Second half of Parasite slaps. Hands down my favorite movie from that year. Yeah. Yeah, it's freaking crazy. I'm glad I sat down and finally watched it instead of going, what 30 minutes of something can I watch? Because I tend to a lot of times just turn something on while I'm eating. If I'm just home alone, and that's how I watch stuff. Which is, it feels like I just gotten into bad habits because I can't I can't watch a full movie sometimes. Stench. Oh shit! I mean, yeah, I am inking totally. Don't be shy. Don't be. What'd you say before? I won't remember. Are you camera shy? Because you're not on camera, but you should be working. Wow, I'm already up to an hour so far. I mean, I haven't exactly been working the whole hour. Um, there was the preview of some art I'm working on, and then the preview of a hobby's comic that I got in the mail. I contributed to his. I think he did it on Kickstarter. He's a Kickstarter guy. But yeah. I mean, I envy his looseness. um, I love all kinds of different art, and there's definitely some guys who can pull off almost what look like sketches, and like that's their finished work. But yeah, I mean, I can't wait to really dig in to start penciling this book. I get this issue under my belt and out there, and promoted for the rest of my life. Um, but to really start on the second issue, penciling and inking, and we'll see when we get there. I might contribute to coloring as well. Um, anybody who followed and contributed to my Kickstarter knows I had a digital colorist initially, and the book is going to look way different than originally planned. But it's like my colorist failed me, and I had to get somebody else, and Marshall raised his hand, and his aesthetic is very much like the old 80s comic books style and approach. And um, so this issue is going to have a very different feel than what most are expecting. But I'm super excited about it. And you know, this issue is my training ground. I've learned so much along the way, and still have a lot to learn about, what goes into the final product. I've done that in a small way throughout the years, and assisted. Heck, I assisted with sort of lettering work when I was up at Valiant back in the day, helping out in production. Um, I've assisted, like, plot wise on people's books, and giving other creators advice on their books and where they should take them, and like, how lettering when goes down on a page, and how it flows, and some graphic advice, details, and now I get to do all that fun stuff, and I consider it fun stuff. When it comes to putting every single page together on my book, I'm going to help by somebody who's put together books. But I have a graphic sense of what I want to do, and so I'll be working with somebody. And yeah, it's all those little nuances to what goes on a page, and how it's all pulled together that I geek out on. You'll see. There's definitely going to be a lot of extras beyond just the 28 pages of story. Super stoked about it all. So keep your eye out for retro. Starting on Xmas Christmas Story. Awesome. Had to wait for my dystonia to come down. It's affecting my drawing hand a bit. You'll make it. And thank you. Yes. You'll do good, Ronnie. You always do. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, and I'm super excited about pulling this book all together and getting it out to people. And I know, in a lot of ways, I'm going to come up short for this my first project. Um, and that I'll know a lot more of how things work and how things, uh, you know, like I already know, like I'm probably not going to do anything fancy packaging wise, although I want to. I'm not going to do stuff that will delay me getting it to people. So I may be spending more in shipping because I'm not, doing it the best way or whatever. But um, when it comes to that point in the process, I'm just going to get it out and to people, and it may not come with anything other than what I already offered. you know, there will be prints, there will be the comic itself, there will be um, sticker if I can get it in there, But the issue itself is going to be 40 pages, so hopefully people will like it. Yes, indeed. So yeah, I'm gonna get going soon. But thank you, everybody who came by and chatted and liked this video and shared it out to their friends, which you can always do at any point in your day. Um, Thank you to everybody who subscribed. If you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe. If you want to support me above and beyond just watching my videos, which I totally, utterly appreciate, you can become a patron. There's different patron levels. If you go for the $10 option, I do um, a stream with you, and whether it's critiquing your work or giving you advice or just chatting about comics, if that's what you want, uh, I'm more than willing. And I've done that with a couple of people so far, and it's a lot of fun. I've been in this industry since '91. I know something. Not a business expert. I'm not a phenomenal penciler or whatever, but I know things. But yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you, and you always make my day showing up and hanging out with me. I get some work done, and yeah, we're this much closer to getting this book finished, uh, then I'll have to start worrying about what to work on next on my channel. But yeah, till next time, till tomorrow. Like I mentioned, I have an early appointment with somebody, and depending on how that goes and where that takes me, I'll try to do an earlier stream tomorrow. But I don't have anything set up, so it's completely random. But thank you all. Have a good evening. Always be productive and work on your